What is going on? It is your girl Lene at The Great Attempt, and I am here today to tell you the 5 major ways that you can save money on your wedding. Just a little disclaimer, this is not the punishment video from our Try Not to Laugh challenge from our first TGA challenge, which is right there, and also in the description below. That punishment will be coming. So stay tuned for that. Can't wait. Before we get into it, I have a fun fact for you, and that fun fact is, do you know how much the average wedding costs? Oh, thank you to NerdWallet, we know. I'll make sure I have the exact. The average cost of a wedding in 2019 was $33,900. I don't know why they just didn't round it up to $34,000 for a dang wedding. That's a lot of dang money. A lot. So if you're like me and you don't want to spend your whole life savings on one day for your wedding, stay tuned because I am going to give you 5 major ways that you can save money and have a beautiful, beautiful wedding of your dreams that is not $34,000. They cover all of the areas of wedding planning. Yeah, I did that. You're welcome. Number 1, the venue. The venue is a huge part of your wedding. I mean, it's where you're having your wedding and having your reception. Some venues charge upwards of $12,000 to $14,000 just to secure the spot of where you say your vows. Backyard weddings are in right now. Thank you, COVID. Intimate weddings are in right now. Thank you, COVID. If you don't have a nice backyard to have a wedding in, ask your friends, ask your families. There's a lot of people that would be willing to let you have a beautiful wedding in their backyard. Also, if you are into the woodsy adventure, there are some parks that let you get a permit and you can set up in the parks and have your wedding outdoors, and it's beautiful. There you go. You can get awesome, dope adventure photos as well. So my major tip with venue is have an outdoor wedding in a backyard, in a park. It saves you so much money and it's gorgeous. I mean, nature is amazing. And if you're not able to have an outdoor wedding, there are so many small churches. Look up and search low, cheap venues to have your wedding at. Which brings us to number 2, wedding size. More people, more money. Weddings are so expensive in the first place, but when you have a bigger wedding, there's a cost per head for your wedding, which that includes food, that includes a chair. I have a huge family. My mom's side is the Murphy clan. There are so many cousins. If I would have invited everybody, it would have surpassed my budget that I wanted to have. Weddings just get so stressful. So stressful. That's why people need wedding planners when it's a bigger wedding, because there's so much to go on. With intimate weddings, you're able to get rid of all those distractions and just focus on the sole purpose of what a wedding is. Between you and your spouse and your close family and friends, and I love it so much. So, with that being said, we had an intimate wedding, but because Red is from Texas, I'm from Pennsylvania, we met in LA, we had so many people, different places. We decided to have a Texas reception and a Pennsylvania reception. Where we were originally going to have our wedding in the Poconos, having extra people at the location was going to charge, I think they wanted to charge like $100 per head and $50 per child. And I'm like, no. What we decided to do was have the reception later, and with that, it could be a barbecue, it could be snacks and drinks, and then you can have your wedding video play in the background. That's what we did. We had the wedding video play in the background. We had pictures from the wedding all over. To be more relaxed, I was able to truly get to meet people at the Texas reception that it would have just been a, hi, thanks so much for coming to the wedding. And there I was like, oh, so how do you know my husband? It can cost a ton less than having the same amount of people at the wedding reception. And number 3, food. So important. Food is amazing. Who doesn't love food? But food can be freaking expensive at weddings. So expensive. What a lot of caterers and venues and stuff do, they charge per head, and that can cost up to $40 per head. Yeah, my butt. Having a reception with barbecue could be $20 per head. So much better. This is where having more people costs a lot more, because not only did you pay for like $3 per chair for people, but now it's like upwards of $40 per person for their food. Gourmet food is overrated. People are just happy to eat at weddings. So one great thing that is happening in the world of weddings today is that food trucks are in. Food trucks are awesome. People love food trucks. There are so many different types of food trucks. I could go on and on about food trucks. A lot of food trucks need at least, I think, 50 people coming, but food trucks are so much cheaper. We had a taco bar and I was really proud of myself because I had a chalkboard thing that said, "Let's taco about love." I thought it was funny. I was really excited. So we had a taco bar and a coffee bar. My favorite things ever. Street tacos and coffee. Can't get better than that. Beautiful. Number 4, flowers. Flowers are a huge part of a wedding. I was stressed a lot about flowers. I was like, I don't want to spend like $1,000 on flowers because the average for flowers is $1,500. That's a lot of money. I didn't want to spend that. So I researched so much trying to figure out if it'd be cheaper to do fake flowers, but then a lot of fake flowers look so fake and I'm like, I don't want it to be super fake. Wooden, silk flowers, things like that. We had silk flowers for the wooden arch that my dad and I made. After all that research, after going to Hobby Lobby and Joann's and finding some flowers that seemed cheap and trying to maneuver and make some things, I finally ran into something called dried flowers on Etsy. So this was my bouquet from the wedding. I loved it so much. When I opened it, it smelled like fresh lavender. Yeah, it was amazing. I was a little bit nervous because dried flowers and shipping them, I was terrified that they were gonna get messed up in the mail, but they didn't. I love, love, love that I decided to do dried flowers because now I have a keepsake. I have a keepsake for my wedding. I have this in our bedroom. If I could put this back in here without messing it up right now, I would. And it still looks the same as it did on our wedding day. Easy, unique, not a lot of people are doing dried flowers, and I think they're beautiful, and I loved how it turned out. I love the dried wildflower look. I knew I wanted baby's breath. I didn't know I wanted them dried, but I knew I wanted baby's breath because I love just a simple, minimalistic look of baby's breath. And lavender wasn't even gonna be a color of our wedding, but I found these and I loved it. I'm really, really happy how this turned out. Dried flowers are great, especially if you're going for the boho and wildflower look. It's a theme that is definitely in right now, and dried flowers just completely go with it. Beautiful. For the bridal bouquet, for three bridesmaids bouquets and 7 boutonnieres, 2 corsages, I think it was all under $300. Yeah, $300. That is a lot less than $1,500 for flowers, and they don't die on you. So this brings me to the 5th and final major tip that will help you save money on your wedding, and that is decorate yourself. I know it's scary. It definitely is scary at first, but it is worth it. For example, okay, you know how I got these dried flowers that I talked about like 3 seconds ago? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna mess it up. I got mason jars that I found in my dad's shop. Got these lights I put from Amazon, turned them on, put this in, and bada bing bada boom. Not only did I get all my flowers for around $300, but got my centerpieces for the same amount because these were free. Thank you, Dad. I know decorating yourself sounds scary at first, but ask someone creative to help. I mean, this is a great way to get your soon-to-be in-law family involved in the wedding. Have you guys heard of Pinterest? Yeah, I swear Pinterest exists for the wannabe wedding planner out there. They have everything. And I do mean everything. Every single style, every single theme of weddings, Pinterest has it. So go in there, get some ideas, figure it out for what style you want, what theme you want, just literally look up DIY woodsy boho wedding and there will be ideas. It's a good tip, it's a good thing. Decorate yourself, I swear, it's amazing. But also, not only Etsy, Hobby Lobby has a lot of great things. I thought I was finished all my wedding planning until I walked into Hobby Lobby when it reopened and I found the wedding aisle. I had to tell Rhett to pull me out of there. But no, there's a lot of awesome Hobby Lobby signage and decor that just goes perfectly beautiful with your wedding. I will have pictures right here of some things I got from Hobby Lobby that I thought were amazing. Also, Zazzle. I didn't know what Zazzle was, but I used it for everything. I used it for our wedding invites. I used it for our reception invites. I used it for our guest book. Look how beautiful this is. Me and Rhett are very adventurous and we love nature and this is just beautiful. I have a hair on here because I shed. But I got this on Zazzle, love it so much. Here is my extra tip for a wedding sign. Get a poster from Zazzle with your personalized message, your personalized welcome to the whatever it is, hashtag finding ourselves. Go to CVS, get foam core, and spray adhesive that on there, let it dry, get a X-Acto knife, cut around the edges of the extra foam core, put on the easel, bada bing, bada boom, you got your wedding sign. And another great extra tip for decorating, don't be afraid to go downstairs in your grandparents' basement or for me it was my parents' house and my dad's shop. Go and look. I got the majority of my decorations for free. Just be like, hey, this mason jar, can I use it for my centerpiece? Cool, thank you very much, free. Go to a thrift shop, go find some old lace. It is so in style right now. You can get a lot of things for free. It was so funny whenever my mom, my dad, and I, we were just like, let's go search the house, see what we can find. And we would be like, oh, here we go, jackpot! And it'd be like a really cool old looking candle thing. Here are some pictures of some things I found downstairs. Okay, you ready for this? An extra TGA tip for you. Bundle your photo and video packages. It saves you a lot of money. We were able to bundle our photo and video package for less than $2,000 because when we were looking at adventure elopements, just the pictures, it was gonna be like $3,500. For us, we wanted a great video because we're us and we love film and we love video and it means a lot to us. So bundling the two for a decent price was amazing. So make sure you check that out. With all of that said, the most important thing to remember is that it is your day. I had to remind myself that again and again and again because I was like, oh, well, I don't want people to be upset at this or that. Thank you to my maid of honor, Hannah, for just being like, yo, girl, it's your day. Who gives a about what they think? They're not the ones getting married. They love you. They'll be there for you. Do what you want to do. That took a lot of pressure off my shoulders because then I was able to just be like, yes, this is my day. I want to have an intimate wedding. I don't want to feel in the wrong for not wanting to have a huge fairy tale wedding that people from society are like, hey, they did good. They spent $34,000. I could tell. No. Do what will make you happy. Saving money and focusing on the more important things of my wedding day is what made me happy, and I would not change a single thing about my wedding day. If you want to see the final product of these tips in action, click the link above and you will be able to see my wedding video. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I would love to help in any way I can. Now go and have your dream wedding. And with that, she closed with bada bing, bada boom.